Hello, welcome back to Weight of Fire. I'm Hal, and today I'll be taking on a solo game in the desert in 1941. I'll be playing Rogue Warriors. Leading my squad is Captain William Divine, also known by the Italians as Diavolo, the Devil. He is a tactical specialist. That means he allows me one reroll per game turn to use on anything really. So I could reroll a shoot dice, I could reroll a survive armor roll, I could reroll a I could even roll off the initiative if I wanted to. So he's equipped with some pistols that allows him to keep himself safe. He's not very offensive, to be honest, but most importantly, he is carrying the explosives for the team. So obviously it's a sabotage mission. He is carrying some experimental plastic explosives, and they're going to need those to destroy the tank later on. Next member of the team is Bullseye. Sergeant Edward Ferris is our sniper. He's got ability one shot, one kill. That gives him an additional shooting bonus, so as well as bonuses for aiming and being close, he also gets an extra bonus because he's got a sniper scope on his weapon. That only counts though if he doesn't move. Like many of the weapons in the game though, there's lots of perks to them, but they also come with drawbacks. So the main issue with the sniper rifle is that it's a slow reload, so he has to take an additional shoot action on a following turn to reload. So really, I'm only going to be able to fire it every other turn, which is a little bit scary. Third member of the team is Corporal Red Buckfast, who carries the team's Bren gun. So he is my fire support man. His role allows him to remove pin markers from members of the team. So if he sacrifices a shoot action, he can take a pin off. Now, a pin just stops a team member moving. In a game where we're infiltrating and trying to get it up the board quickly, being able to remove pin markers, I think is quite useful. His light machine gun packs quite a big wallop, quite a big punch, and it pins enemies as well. But more importantly, he carries the Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. Now this is important because it allows him, when we're in the first phase of the game, the sentry phase of the game, it allows him to make stealth kills. He can sneak up behind enemies and take them out. The final member of the squad is the melee specialist, is Connor Wolf Glasgow. His hand-to-hand specialism allows him to re-roll the dice when he's in melee, which is quite useful. He as well carries one of those fighting knives, and he's got an SMG. Although the SMG is quite short-ranged and not particularly accurate, I actually lose a -1 penalty when shooting that dice because he sprays shots everywhere. The Beretta can pack a punch close up. So the Italian sentries are drawn from their empire. We have Dubats from Somalia. They each have a different sentry duty, and in the sentry phase you'll see them moving in different ways. This game uses an arc of vision template which extends to the end of the board, so we put the template on to see which direction the sentries are looking. This allows the SAS to sneak around the battlefield and get into position in order to complete their objectives without being seen. As enlisted soldiers, these Dubats aren't very good at shooting or fighting, but what they're there for is to raise the alarm should one of my SAS blunder into their field of vision, or make too much noise, or fire a shot, or do a stealth kill too close. All these things will trigger an alarm, which moves to the second phase of the game, which is an alarm phase. Once we're in the alarm phase, because stationed inside these barracks in the middle of the table are a much more dangerous opponent. The elite Bersaglieri warriors, I'm not sure I've said that right, Bersaglieri, they're kind of the elite Italian troops. They're waiting in the barracks for the alarm to be raised. So they comprise of Giovanni, the melee specialist, Mario, who carries an SMG, and we have two riflemen, Paolo and Antonio. So unlike the enlisted troops, their stats are much, much better. They are a team within their own right and present a real threat to the SAS. Stay tuned after this video for a quick review of this system. The mission I've come up with today is Operation Silent Dagger. So my team of 4 SAS soldiers will be infiltrating an Italian forward position, and they're looking to sabotage a Semiavente assault gun position. So here's our board for the game of Rogue Warriors. This is the Western Desert in 1941. We have our SAS team who managed to advance in their jeep under the cover of an air raid and are lying in wait for first light to attack this position. So their mission is to knock out this tank, this assault gun Semi-Avente. They're going to take that out. They're all carrying demolition charges to do that. They just need to spend a turn in base-to-base contact with that vehicle. And then we have the enemy. So we have the Watch Commander. There he is there with his assistant. They'll move randomly. We have a guard, so this guy here, and he's going to patrol from that set of rocks to that set of rocks. He's going to walk the path backwards and forwards there. We have an Overwatch guard here. So this guy on Overwatch is facing away currently, and he is going to remain in position there. We have a perimeter guard who's going to walk in a square around the whole perimeter of the site. And then we have another Overwatch up on the roof. Again, he's facing the wrong way currently. The Italians are ambushing anyone coming along this way, along this disused, abandoned rail track. Okay, so that's the board. And let's roll some dice. This is Rogue Warriors. Okay, so we have a little roll off to see who goes first. The Italians are greens and the SAS are blue. So the Italians will get to go first. We'll just see who's going to go first of the Italian team. That's the 6. That's the Watch Commander is going to go first. So in a random direction, the Watch Commander has moved, and he's moved towards, he's going to inspect his position. So there's no pre-measuring allowed for the SAS team. So the Commander, Captain William Devil Divine, is going to try and make a break for this. So he's choosing the move run option, and let's see how far he can actually run. So only extra 1 inch. So these are fast, these are 6 inches anyway. So he'll be able to move 7 inches, which is just enough to get him into some cover there. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to move up into some cover. Okay, so we're back to the Italians. Let's see who's going to activate now. A1 is, I can choose for that one. So I am going to choose the guard, I think, and he's going to make his way across there. So it's a 5-inch move. So he's just going to walk to the end of that tape there like that. Okay, his line of sight looks like that if you're interested. So there's a template that comes with the book. So he will use that template to obviously spot my guys, which are in cover at the minute. I'm going to activate Wolf, who is Connor Glasgow, my hand-to-hand combat guy, and I'm going to move him up here to lie in wait for that guard who's coming across. So he's going to do the move run, so let's see how far he goes. And look, it's a number 1 again, so he's only going to move 7 inches, so you need to be careful. He is going to run round. He's kind of in the open at the minute, which is a bit worrying, but he's quite a long way away from everyone, so he should be okay. Next for the Italians, it's a 6, it's the Watch Commander, so we actually drop down 1, so we take 5 to one of the caretakers, so we'll do 1 to 3 is the caretaker on the roof, and 4 to 6 is the caretaker by the tank. Okay, so it's the caretaker by the tank, so all he's going to do is turn around and face in a different direction. So let's roll a directional dice. So I don't know what I've done with my directional dice, so I'm going to use the tip of a D10. So my D10 points that way. Oh, he's turned around to look at the tank, it looks like. So he's just going to spin on the spot. And he's kind of pointing at the tank. Maybe he's inspecting it for damage or something like that. Okay, I'm moving Bullseye next. I'm going to roll it in the tray this time because I keep rolling 1s. That's more like it. So he can move 12 with his move run action. 12 inches has got him right into that thicket of palm trees there, hidden amongst the foliage. That whole base is going to count as heavy cover, and you can't see through that. The rocks, the big rocks are heavy cover, the little rocks are light cover, and the bushes are light cover as well. Okay, let's see who goes next. So the Italians roll a 3, so that is the perimeter guard. So the perimeter guard actually does a move run package, so he moves an additional 6, so he's going to move 12 around the perimeter. Move puts that perimeter guard there now from over there, and now he's facing up the board. He's going to continue his path up that way. The last SAS trooper to go is my fire support Red. He's going to do a move run, and he gets 9 inches. That puts him in that palm tree stand as well there. So we've got 3 SAS there, 1 over there. We didn't put an activation token on him. Do that in a moment. And we've got one Italian left to go, which is this Overwatch guy. So he's just going to face a new direction, hopefully not pointing at us. Let's have a look where he's going to point. Well, this is useful. So he's going to point, he's going to turn and face to the north. Okay, right, that's good. And that is the end of turn 1. Okay, turn 2 roll off. It looks like the Italians are going to go first again, so let's see who's going to go. It is number 1, that's choose. I think the guard is going to move again, which could be problematic because Wolf is out in the open. Well, let's see. So the guard has moved up again. You can see his template is well away from Wolf, who's over there in the distance. We assume he's kind of like using the natural features, maybe not portrayed by the flat tabletop, to maneuver out of sight at the minute. This guy's minding his own business, doesn't really know what he's looking for anyway. So he's well out of the template, so Wolf is safe. So Wolf will activate and he'll do a run. 5 inches, so he gives him an 11-inch run. And Sergeant Glasgow, Wolf has managed to get with his 11 inches into cover behind this heavy covered rock. And the guard is coming this way, unsuspecting that someone lies in wait for him. Ha ha! Okay, next up is the watch commander, and as luck would hold, he is moving away, which is really useful. So he's going to move along there this way, and his assistant goes with them. So let's catch you up with the rest of turn 2, because it was just movement, so I just did it all off camera. The perimeter guard continued to walk around. Then we had Sniper, who ran into the rocks here. Then this guy turned around to face this way, which is potentially dangerous because red is moving in that direction. You can see my fire support there just out of the arc. This guy turned around and facing this way towards the guard. And that is the end of the turn. So I think we're going to get some action in a minute. Okay, I've just been looking at the rules and we have a little bit of an issue because he is in line of sight now. He's turned around, so we've got to see if he's been spotted. Okay, so we need to roll on the spotting chart and let's have a look. He rolls a 3. Thankfully, because my leader there is in light cover, this time he's not spotted. 3 is not enough to see him. Whew, breathe a sigh of relief. Right, turn 3 roll off. Let's see how we go. Aha! Right, this time the SAS win. So the captain, the devil, is going to try and move out of that arc and continue to move around towards the tank. Everyone else is facing the other way at the minute. So this is great news. But he needs to get out of that arc. So we can roll to see if he's spotted as he moves first. So let's just do that first. So in light cover, basically we just don't want a 1. Okay, a 5, so he's absolutely fine. And he's going to do the move package, so he's going to add D6 to his move. So he's going to move 7 inches. And he's tucked himself in there, which is just outside that guy's spotting range. So hopefully he won't turn and face him again. Okay, so who will go next for the Italians? It's the watch commander again. And which direction is the watch commander going to move in? He's going to move that way. That is wonderful. Okay, so he moves 5 inches that way. So SAS turns out its way, and red, the fire support man, is just going to move into cover. He's going to go under there, so he can't be spotted. So there he goes. And next for the Italians, it's going to be number 4, who is the guard. The guard's going to move. Okay, so the guard's going to continue his trek towards those rocks. There he goes. Okay, back to the SAS, and Bullseye, the sniper down here, is going to attempt a move. So he only gets a 1. Lots of 1s getting thrown. Let's hope this is not something that's going to come back and haunt me. Right, so that 1 was a disappointing roll, so we've only just got round. It left him right in the middle, so I've decided not to leave him exposed, because if they get caught in the open by by a guard turning round, they're immediately spotted. So if they've got light cover or heavy cover, there's a chance to roll them. But if they're out in the open, they're absolutely knackered. So we're not going to do that. So next Italian to go, it's a 3. It's the perimeter guard. So he's here at the minute. So let's just see how far extra he moves. So an extra 2 inches. We're going to move 7 inches. Oh. Let's just do that now. So he's going to move up there like that. Continuing his trek onwards. The SAS, who's left? Just Glasgow, they're there. So he's going to remain where he is. So he's just going to activate and not do anything, which just leaves the 2 Overwatch guys. So let's check the guy on the roof, see which direction he turns. I need my directional dice. Here we go. So he's got, oh, that's terrible. So he's actually going to turn more this way. So his directional template comes right this way. Yeah, that looks about right. So that's terrible in terms of that. I'm glad I put those into hard cover there and not left them in the open. That would have been absolutely tragic. And the other one who's there by the tank, let's see where he's looking at the minute. So he's gonna, he's more or less looking the same way, so he's gonna turn slightly. So he's looking in that direction. Okay, right, that is the end of turn 3. On to turn 4. Okay, turn 4, let's see who's going. It looks like the Italians are going first, and who is going to go first? Normally it's the watch commander. Let's have a look. It is the watch commander. Let's hope he doesn't turn round. Let's have a go. Oh, he's turning round a bit. Right, so he's going to come 5 inches in this direction now. This is getting pretty scary. Maybe he's going back to his barracks. Right, so Wolf decided to activate and remain where he was, and we're back to the Italians. I rolled a 1, so I'm going to roll for choose one. Number 1 is a choose, so I'm going to see if this guy's going to turn around. And he kind of does a bit, but I'm not sure that's enough. I'm going to put the template on him. Let's have a look. Let's just line it up with that. I think it goes like that. So, might be enough. Might be enough. So what I'm planning to do is use red to jump up on that building and silent kill that guy. Now, obviously, he's not going to spot him now, but the commander will spot him, possibly. So, might be a foolish manoeuvre. Who dares wins. It's a bit of a risky manoeuvre, but we're going to attempt it. So red is going to climb the building here. He's going to climb the ladder. He's going to approach this Overwatch guard from behind. And when you approach him from behind, that is a stealth kill. So he can automatically kill that guard. So that's what he does. Now, he has moved into range of that guy's vision. So unless I roll a 1, he should be okay, because we're casting that building as light cover on the top there. And I rolled a 6, which means that watch commander does not notice, which is fantastic. This guy is just too far away to activate, because of if you stealth kill an enemy within 6 inches, then that will trigger an alarm. He's just, with the height, he's just too far away. And we're back to the Italians, and who gets to go? It's choose again. So I'm going to choose the perimeter guard. I think he's the only one left to go now. So yeah, perimeter guard's going to go. Let's just roll, see how far he moves. 3 inches more, so he moves 8 inches that way. So I'll do that now. So I am going to move my boss, the Devil, William Devine, up to the tank. So he's going to do a move. Let's just see how many he gets. He gets an extra 2, which I think is plenty. 7 takes him right up to that tank there. So he's going to be planting explosives next turn. Okay, back to the Italians. We only have 1 left. It's the guard up here, so he's going to continue to move up to those rocks. So he goes like so. Oh, a bit further. Go on. So he's gonna, next turn, he'll go up to the rocks and then turn around and start coming back. At which point, hopefully, Wolf, who's patiently waiting over there, is gonna jump on him. But we'll see if that works. So I've only got this one model left. Bullseye the Sniper, he is just gonna come around to the edge of the rocks there and take up a position and aim, and maybe shoot that Watch Commander if he comes into his view. That is the end of turn 4. So where are we up to? We've got Red on top of the building, having just killed an Overwatch guard. We've got Divine about to plant some charges. We've got Bullseye taking cover, and we've got Wolf over here hiding, waiting to take out this guard who's patrolling. The perimeter guard is way away now. The watch captain looks like he's coming back, and this guy is just pointing himself at the tank, so he's not seeing anyone at the minute. Let's see how turn 5 goes. This is the dice roll for initiative, turn 5, and the Italians take it again. So who will go first on the Italian side? It's 2, and 2 is an Overwatch, I believe. Yeah, Overwatch. So we've only got one Overwatch guy left, which is this guy here. So let's just see in which direction he's going to turn. Okay, so he's going to turn, he's going to point, back the original way he was facing. So that's back this way. Looking, so he's kind of looking in this direction like that, which is great news for me because he's looking the other way. Okay, Divine is going to activate on his go, and he's going to plant those charges. That's what he's going to do. Okay, back to the Italians then. Who's going to go next? Number 3. Number 3 is the perimeter guard. So he is going to continue on his merry way up here. Let's just see how far he goes. Let's just read through that again. Just 1. So he's going to continue move away around the perimeter. Okay, so that perimeter guard has moved up there and turned that way now. He's going to be working that way there. And we're going to use Red now. So Red is going to try and get back down again. So again, because he's in the view of that watch captain there, we're going to have to roll dice. Now we don't want a 1 really, so let's just find a dice. A 5. Not spotted. He's doing okay. So he is now going to move back down the building again. Get himself out of range. Now we need to be careful that guard over there doesn't see us, so it might be advantageous maybe just to move a little bit more this way. Like that. Okay, over to the Italians. Who is going to go next? 4, that is the guard. So he is going to, and I've measured this one already, so I know he can just get to the rocks and he's going to turn around. Well, that means I'm going to be using Wolf, I think. So Wolf is going to, let's just check the line of sight off the watch captain. So he's looking in this direction. So he's not looking at these focus all on the barracks. He's not looking at that. So Wolf is going to activate and stealth kill that guard. So he just picks package 2, which is move and melee. He just runs around and just kills him. Okay, leaves him a little bit exposed there, but hopefully no one will see him. So the only Italian left to go is the watch captain. So let's see, he's gonna move in that direction. Okay, well that's good for me. He's gonna kind of move into those trees over there. I'll put him there because it doesn't quite fit. So there we go. I think that's the right, more or less the right way, or a bit more round. There we go. So that is the watch captain. That's all the Italians go. He's looking this way now. I quite like this arc template. I was obsessed with the game Commandos 2 on the PC, and they use these little templates that you can work around the guards. Really cool mechanic, and I really like this in terms of this game. Okay, and my last activation, because that commander's moved away, the watch captain's moved away, I'm going to move my sniper up to the corner of that tank there. Just give some covering fire for his captain. So that is Sergeant Edward Ferris, Bullseye. Okay, turn 6. Who's going to get to activate first? It looks like the Italians again. So the Italians will go first. And 4 is the perimeter guard, I believe. Oh no, the guard, he's dead. So it drops down 1, so then it just moves to the perimeter guard. Oh, will he spot Wolf? So as you can see, Wolf is well within his 10-play arc. Oh dear. But thankfully he is over 18 inches, so that does make a modifier on the table. So we're going to class that as a light cover, that bit of rock in the middle there that the tape's resting on. The little rock's light cover, and going to make the roll. So we're going to get a +1 modifier to this roll. So it's a 4, which turns to a 5, which means he does not notice. So that is lucky. Okay, so is now the turn of the SAS. Right, because these explosives are improvised plastic explosives, it's early war, remember, so they've not quite refined the technology for planting the detonators. We're going to see how many turns it is till it goes off. So we've got 3 turns before this explodes. So I'll put that there and we'll count it down as the plastic explosion. Now it has a 9-inch blast when it goes off, so, and it will automatically trigger the alarm. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so Divine has rolled a 3 with a move, so 9 inches takes him back to the light cover of the rocks. Now it's the Italians go. A 6 is the watch commander, 1 is the last Overwatch man, and everyone else isn't there anymore. So 3 drops down to a 1, so it'll be this last Overwatcher. Let's see which direction he faces. So he's going to face, let me see, face this way. He's going to turn around, and he's going to be pointing in this direction now. Okay. Bullseye Ferris is going to move. Oh, 6. Lovely. So he can move 12 inches backwards. So he's going to run 12 inches. And he's going to run around the rocks into cover. He's going to go to about here. So the Italian watch commander, which way is he going to go? He is going to go that. Oh, that means he's probably going to spot. Oh dear. So if he moves in this direction, 5 inches, so he takes him just past those rocks. And he's like this. Look where he's looking. Oh, Wolf stood in the open. Drat. So that means the alarm has sounded! Alarm! Alarm! So when the alarm is sounded, at the start of next turn, the 4 enemy warriors will emerge out of the barracks where they've been resting. Okay, so we are going to activate Wolf, who is going to move into cover there and then attempt to use his SMG on the watch commander. Now I've just realised his 6-inch move's taken him to there, but his SMG's only got a 12-inch range and I'm not allowed to pre-measure, so I'm hoping I've moved close enough. Oh, I have. That's lucky. Okay, so he's going to be able to shoot at the watch commander. We'll do that dice roll now. Okay, so Wolf's SMG rolls 3 dice. It's -1 to hit, so his shoot's normally 4, but he's hitting on 5s because it's a spray and pray weapon. And he gets 1 hit, so the watch commander needs to make 1 armed save, and he rolls a 2. Oh dear. So the watch commander has 3 wounds. He's taken a wound, so he is injured now. Because all the Italians have gone, Red has moved up to the corner and he's going to use his Bren gun to fire at the watch commander as well. Okay, so the Bren gun has 4 dice and Red shoots on 4s, but it's under half range for a Bren gun, just under 12 inches. So he actually is going to be hitting on 3s, and 6s with a Bren gun do an automatic pin. Let's have a look. So he's got 3 hits there, so that needs 3 armor saves. Okay, so it looks like he has saved 2 of them, and 1 of them will be a pin, so he's pinned down. So, end of turn 5, we've got SAS retreating around this boulder here. We've got a firebase holding off the watch commander there, who stood in the open at the minute. He'll be moving shortly, no doubt. And then we've got a guard left over there. Now, next turn, the reinforcement are going to come out of here. There are 3 doors to this. There's one there, there's one underneath there, and there's one on top there. So we'll do 1, 2 is the front there, 3, 4 is the bottom door, and 5, 6, they come out the top door. So I'll roll for each of the models separately. Before we do this though, we're going to do initiative, and it's a tie, so we're going to re-roll the tie. And the SAS with their 6 are going to go first. Right, so I've just rolled for the reinforcements. Mario's come out this door here with his submachine gun. We've got Antonio on top with his rifle, Paolo with the rifle, and melee specialist down there is Giovanni. Okay, he's holding a map, but he's a melee specialist. Okay, let's see what happens, because it's going to be the SAS to go first. And also the improvised explosives clicks down, so now it's 2 turns before it explodes. And it'll explode at the start of the turn. So first thing is Bullseye is going to shoot there at, it's Paolo down at the bottom with his rifle, right in front of him using his sniper rifle. Sniper rifle only gets 1 dice, but it hits on a 2 because it's under half range. So he gets +1 normally, and then plus another 1 for half range. And it'll do 1d3 hits. So it's hit, 1d3 hits. So sadly only 1 hit, and then he needs to make an armor save. I rolled a 1 though, so that means he's taken a wound. Excellent. Okay, we've got a new chart to see who activates first for the Italians, and it's a 6. That's Giovanni, the melee specialist. He just charges out of there and attacks Red with his knife. Right, we've got a melee combat. Okay, so the way melee works, I roll 5 dice for each of the combatants. So the blue dice are for Red and the green dice for Giovanni. Giovanni is a melee specialist, so we can re-roll one of his dice, and then I'll show you what happens. Well, let's re-roll that one that's just thrown out the tray. Okay, and then we'll pick our lowest one, so a 2. Let's re-roll that one. Okay, so what we do now is we pair them up, and I'll do this off camera. Okay, so they get lined up like this. So what happens is they cancel each other out. Here, blue wins. Here, they cancel each other out. Here, green wins. And here, green wins. So green take 2, blue take 1. So green win. So for each of the hits there, Giovanni will do 1 point of damage. So Giovanni takes 1 damage and Red takes 2, and they are locked in combat until one of those dies now. So Wolf will activate next and use his SMG to shoot at the Watch Commander, who's pinned and already injured. Let's see if we can damage him further. Okay, here's the dice roll for Wolf's SMG. Oh, it's a good hit. So there's 2 6s there, so they both hit. So roll for injuries. So that's another wound, and a 4 is another pin. Okay, next activation for the Italians is choose. Okay, so I get to choose, so the most logical choice is this fella here, who's going to return fire at the sniper. The Paolo shoots on a 4, I can re-roll one of these. Oh, it doesn't need to, so 3 hits, this is not great. 3 armor saves. So that's 1 wound, and he is pinned. So Red is going to fight back in combat. Let's just turn it around so they're facing each other. He's going to fight, and we've got another melee combat here. And Giovanni gets to reroll one of these. So let's just pick the lowest one, which is that 3. Well, this is not looking good for Red. As you can see there, not looking good for Red at all. Every single matchup there is a green success. So that means 5 damage to Red and none to Giovanni. Red has only 4 hit points left, so he goes down. Next Italian activation is a 6. Oh, Giovanni's already gone, so it drops down to Mario, the SMG guy. So Mario comes around the corner of this building. He's going to open up with his SMG onto Wolf. So he's on 5s, but he can re-roll one of these. Okay, so he's going to re-roll the 3. Oh, 3 hits on Wolf. Arm save to a Wolf. That's 1 wound, 1 pin, and 1 shrugged off. So Wolf is going to activate. He can't move because he's pinned down. So what he's going to do, he's going to open up on Giovanni with his SMG that's under half range. So he'll be on 4s to hit. Okay, so Wolf is 5 dice on 4s. I think I was looking at the wrong gun before, because I think I was not rolling off dice or wolf, but never mind. This is it now. So he is hit on 4, so he's hit 3 times. Armor saves. That looks like 2 pins and 3 pins. So a roll of 5 for the Italians is Mario with his SMG, but he's already gone. Paolo, number 4, is already gone, so it's Antonio on the roof now with his rifle. And he will move slightly to the edge and then shoot down at Wolf there, under half range. So Antonio can hit on a 3 because it's under half range, and it is. We can reroll one of these dice as well. He doesn't need to though, so 3 hits on Wolf. Arm saves. Oh no, two more wounds, and he's repinned again. Okay, a bit of movement. Divine has run, trying to get out of dodge, perhaps the Jeep as quick as he can. It's going one way this fight, I think, with so many people against him. Over here, the Watch Commander has unpinned. He can't fire those, he's only got a pistol. His assistant has run into cover. The Perimeter Guard has sprinted also to try and get up into the fight. And then finally, this Overwatch guard with a rifle has come around the corner here, and now he's going to take a shot at the retreating Divine over half range. Okay, this fella, 3 dice hits on a 5. Thankfully, they all missed. So, end of the turn. The alarm turn was quite significant, and the tide has turned for the SAS with these reinforcements. Red's down and killed by Giovanni. We've got a pinned Wolf there, pinned down. The leader's rabbiting, and the sniper is currently needing to reload. He has to take a shoot action to reload that sniper rifle. So he may just run off. We'll see. So vital initiative. Will the SS get it? They do. Right, that's important. With an almighty explosion that can be heard all across the desert, the Semiavente explodes and catches, I think maybe only that one Overwatch trooper in its blast. Let's roll for that now. So the explosion does 1 dice of damage. It does no damage. So first thing to do, Wolf is going to unpin. So he obviously can't move when he's pinned. So he unpins and he's going to shoot the pinned Giovanni with his SMG. On 4. What a terrible roll. Only 1. Giovanni. Let's roll that again. Giovanni takes a wound though. That takes him down to 2. And who's going with the Italians? It's a 6. That is Giovanni, who's just going to return fire with his SMG. So he has 5 dice re-rolling 1 on 4. That's a better roll, so we can re-roll 1. So 3 hits. Let's do the armor. It's -1 armor, so we get a pin, a safe, and a wound. Wolf's got 2 wounds left too. Right, Divine is running again. He gets a 4, so he can move 10 inches. So he's going to skirt the woods, hoping to get back. I think it was, yeah, that's 10. Back to that Jeep and leg it. Oh, I've only got 1 guy left now. Right, Italians go. Next to the Italians, it is 3. That is Antonio on the roof. So he's going to shoot down. I'm just going to roll that now. He's going to shoot down. He's going to aim as well, so that gives him +1. It's under half range, so he's going to be firing on... Oh, 2s, goodness. Right, so 2s to hit Wolf. So they will hit. He can actually reroll one of them, but he doesn't need to. Wolf needs to save himself here. Oh, I'm rolling the wrong colour dice. Hang on. Let's roll this for Wolf. Wolf takes 2 wounds and he goes down. So my sniper, he can't move because he's pinned down, so he unpins and then he uses shoot action to reload his sniper rifle. Next go is Paolo, who is going to continue to fire at my sniper. And he's aiming, so he's under half range, he's aiming, so he normally shoots on 4, so he's shooting on 2s. And he can re-roll one of those because he has got that ability, which he hits with all of them. So 3 saves needed for my sniper. Save 1, pinned again, and another wound. Okay, end of the round, some moving. The perimeter guard moved in. These guys ran around. That guy ran around to there. And this guy is going to try and shot over at the sniper, who is in cover. So he's going to lose a dice for that. So it'll be hitting, and that guy is one of my enlisted original sentries. So he is going to be hitting on 6s. Okay, 3 dice on 6s. Phew, my sniper lives to fight another day. Okay, SAS need to win initiative. They don't. Okay, so who's going to go first? It is going to be 2, who is the watch commander. He was totally out of range with his pistol, so he's just run to there to maybe get in range for next turn. So I think Bullseye's going to go. So Bullseye is probably going to do a shoot and then run off. Okay, there isn't a package for shoot then move, so he is literally going to do his move. And he's going to move 7 inches, or no, 8 inches, sorry, because they have got Raider. So he's going to move into the cover. There we go. Battalion is going to be 5. It's going to be Mario with his SMG. So Mario's moved forward and he's going to SMG the sniper Bullseye. So 5 dice is in cover, so it goes to 5s, and it's an SMG, so it goes to 6s. 1 there, let's see, an arm save, and he saves it. Okay, so he lives to fight another day. So the Devil Divine just needs a 2. Oh, he gets it to get back to the Jeep. I think he might wait 1 turn, but then after that, if Bullseye doesn't get there, he might have to be a rear guard. Okay, so it's all Italians now. So Giovanni has sprinted up, hoping to get into melee. He's the melee specialist. And then Antonio has moved, and he's going to shoot at the sniper. 3 dice, light cover, 5s. Okay, 1, armor save. He is pinned. Oh, they're all going to have a go now. So you've got Paolo at the bottom. He's going to have a shot at him. And then we've got an enlisted guy there who's going to shoot as well. We've got the perimeter guard who's sprinted down. He's there now. And this guy's not gone yet. So he's going to move forward and take a shot as well. So we've got 1 of the warriors and 2 of the enlisted guards who are going to fire as well. So I'll do all of them in one go. So Paolo's aiming, so he's on 4s, which means he can ignore the cover. So 4s, and he can reroll 1 of these. Oh, it's a good hit. No, so 2 armor saves needed. That's a wound and another pin. Okay, then you've got enlisted guy A, who's he was the boss's assistant. So he gets none because he needs 6s. And the other guy also needs 6s. He gets none as well. It's going to be the final turn. So let's roll the initiative for the final turn. And the SAS do it. So I was going to run away with Bullseye, but he's pinned, so it means he can't move. So he's just going to have to take the shot at Giovanni, and then that'll be the last turn. Let's see if he can slip away into the knife. So he needs a 2 to hit with the sniper rifle. He gets it. It's D3 wounds. So that's 2 wounds. And Giovanni needs to save both these. He saves 1 and he's pinned 1. But the pin will mean that he can slip away. Bullseye can slip away into the desert. He's going to take off into the desert. And we're going to imagine that Bullseye manages to slip away as well. And that's going to be finishing up. And we're going to go to the post-game, do a bit of analysis, and roll some survive checks for these guys who were taken out and see what happens to them. Okay, well, hit and miss for the SAS. They completed their objective. We lost 2 soldiers down, and so they were taken out of action, and there is a chart to re-roll on after, and we said that the sniper Bullseye managed to get away into the desert because Giovanni was pinned there at the end. I think that makes narrative sense. He just pegs it. Okay, so I've rolled on the tables, and what has happened is that Red, the Bren Gunner, has taken a crippling leg injury, of course, so that reduces his move for future games. So I can still use him. He's okay. Once he's back and recovered, he can still fight normally, but he has reduced movement. On the other hand, Sergeant Glasgow, Wolf. Oh no, Wolf. Wolf has been captured by the enemy and is taken prisoner of war. So I think this is going to lead quite nicely to my next game, which is going to be trying to rescue Wolf. So I don't know if I'll do that on camera. We'll see. But my next game will be there. Finally, the captain, Divine, the devil, he managed to pick up a battlefield promotion, so he's a major now, can you believe? And he's also managed to snag a uniform. He must have passed a washing line with some uniform hanging on there, because he now has an Italian uniform that he can wear, which will help a lot when I think we come to rescue Wolf from an Italian prisoner of war camp. So here's my review of Rogue Warriors. This rule set allows for a fast and fun game that is quick and easy to get onto the table. Miniature agnostic, so you can kind of use whatever miniatures you've got handy. If you've got sci-fi miniatures, they have a rule set for that. If you've got historical miniatures, they have a rule set for that. Okay, so it's very, very straightforward, and you know, whatever terrain you've got handy as well. And I've seen some nice stuff online where people have kind of used you know, drawings and plans and things like that as terrain, so that's quite nice as well, almost like a blueprint that you're moving around on. The team building is quite quick, and there's lots of different options for your soldiers and your specializations. You can take snipers, you can take melee specialists, you can take demolitions guys, and there's lots of different weapons and interesting gear. Again, it's quite a quick process. I managed to get onto the table within about 15 minutes. The rules are very streamlined, everything seems very logical, but it always feels like you've got plenty of tough choices to make during the game, and there's lots of interesting interactions between the different specialists as well. The gameplay is on alternate activations, as you've seen in the report there, I go, you go, which is, you know, I can't really go back to playing games where you move your entire army all at once, I don't think, because in terms of skirmish at least, I think this really opens up the battlefield for lots of different tactical decisions. The range combat's easy to pick up, and as you've seen, melee combat is absolutely brutal in a really cinematic and satisfying way. What I like best about the game is the strong narrative focus, allowing you to play out these interesting stories on the tabletop. There's lots of different tables and charts that really get your creativity flowing, and you know, having opened up the book, I was kind of jotting down notes almost straight away of the different types of games I'd like to play. There's lots of expansions available, and there's some more on the horizon as well. So today you saw me use Ungentlemanly Warriors, which was the World War II rule set. So that is designed for SOE type special operations behind enemy lines, and includes those solo rules, which are I really like those. I think there's lots of like nifty stuff in there, from the AI patterns, the little flow charts that you use to determine what the enemy's going to do, and the line of sight template, which really reminds me of that game Commandos 2, which I absolutely loved on the PC. So you know, lots of great things in the solo rules. So there's a sci-fi setting called Evolution as well, and there's further books on urban conflict and jungle fighting. The one I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on is called Tiger Blood. This allows players to recreate those action movies of the 1980s and 90s, things like Rambo and Commando and Navy SEAL. So that looks really, really intriguing, and I can't wait to pick that up. I can't help but love this rule set. It's simple, it's quick, and I found myself rolling up teams and imagining the games I could play out within minutes of opening the rulebook. So I really recommend that you pick this up if you're interested in these smaller, more intimate battles. If you have played it, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts and how your games went. Right, well, that's all from Weight of Fire today. I hope you've enjoyed this, something a bit different from the channel today, and we'll be doing a little bit of occasional different games in here. I've got a few different ones lined up, so look forward to seeing those in the future. If you like what you've seen, please drop us a subscribe, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.